Good afternoon to you. Staying mild given the time of year. Temperatures above average out there today. Cloudy skies and it turns increasingly windy and wet through the next 24 to 48 hours. The latest named storm moving in come the end of the week with the strongest gusts expected on Saturday when numerous warnings remain in place for western locations. As for today, we've got an awful lot of cloud cover on the earlier satellite and radar picture like yesterday, with a good deal of wet weather working its way from west to east in the coming few hours. Steady, heavy pouring rain for many of us, strong gusty winds. Some intense bursts will mean a few rumbles of thunder, the chance of some hail thrown in for good measure. And all the while staying mild given the time of year, highs of 14 or 15 degrees. So a soaking wet afternoon as that rain moves away into the near continent through the first half of the night. It's looking clearer and chillier as temperatures fall. Come the small hours, a very different theme. Fine and bright into the new day, but feeling so much colder for all of us. A very good evening to you. The milder air of today gradually gives way in the next few hours, leaving it clearer and chillier as we end the week, and then turning increasingly windy and wet through the second half of tomorrow. The latest named storm will be moving in from the mid-Atlantic. The strongest winds are likely on Saturday across western zones, and here amber warnings already in place. As for the next few hours, today's rain pulls away into the near continent, allowing it to become a little clearer and colder as we start Friday. Some welcome winter sunshine once more, and then things go downhill from the west again. Storm Dara will bring strong gusty winds, heavy significant rain, and all of this windy wet weather transferring its way from west to east as we end the week and start the weekend. As for the next few hours, today's rain pulls away from the southeast into the near continent. A few blustery showers, some longer downpours through the first half of the night across the north and the west. And then it turns clearer and calmer. Temperatures falling away, colder than last night, just 3 or 4 degrees in towns and cities, lower in the countryside with a touch of ground frost in the most prone zones. And as we head into the first stages of Friday morning, it will be clear and crisp from the word go. Some beautiful blue sky, a dazzling winter sunshine before things change from the west a little later. Here, thickening cloud as the storm makes its mark, increasingly strong winds with the rain into parts of Northern Ireland and western Britain come the afternoon. Several hours of pouring rain to come. Eastern areas staying a little drier until after dark, and that chilly air gives way as the mild air returns from the south and the west. Good evening to you. The milder air of today gradually gives way in the next few hours, clearer and colder as we start tomorrow morning, and then come the end of tomorrow, turning increasingly windy and wet from the west. The latest named storm rolling in from the mid-Atlantic to bring the strongest winds across western locations on Saturday, where amber warnings are in place. As for the next few hours, the rain pulls away, a few blustery showers for the north and the west, a few wintry ones across the highlands of Scotland, and then it's looking clearer and colder come the end of the night. The temperatures drop as those winds slacken, just 3 or 4 degrees in towns and cities, a little lower in the countryside, a touch of ground frost in the most prone zones, and certainly colder than it was last night. And it will be clear and crisp into the new day. Dazzling blue sky and welcome winter sunshine once more, if a little chilly. And then it's all changed from the west as the storm approaches. Increasingly strong winds, a good deal of heavy rain, staying a little drier in the east until after dark. See you soon.